Hi, Colleen.
Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Stacie.
Hi, Colleen.
We already have some viewers in the chat. Hi, Carol. Hi, Lori. My dear friend Lori is here
Hi,
too. And
Hello.
Liz, Carol, Lori.
And you will notice that Miss Colleen Marie has that blue font color because she is our master moderator. Yes, she is. And she's joining us at the beginning. We'll bring her back at the end, but she's going to be busy. Hi, Libby. She is going to be busy behind the scenes answering your guys' comments and dropping links because today's live is sponsored by Jessie James Beads. Yes. And so she's going to be dropping some links and also to how to find Stacie, myself, and Colleen out on social media, as well as Jessie James Beads. So this all kind of came out with Stacie and I. We met during a live with Jessie James Beads. And then she joined me for a live. And then the next month she joined me for a live, and we ended up realizing that we were using just Jessie James Beads stuff.
And so it became a thing.
It became a thing. And so I reached out to Sarah James, and Jessie James Beads has graciously been sending us stuff each month to share with you guys above and beyond what we do for Jessie James Beads as one of their brand ambassador, partner, designer, creative team. And so this is just, they treat us so well. And so Sarah, if you're out there watching, thank you so much for all that you and your incredible, amazing team do for us. So Stacie, tell us a little bit about you.
So I'm Stacie. I'm based in Cincinnati, Ohio, and I have been making beaded jewelry for about 15 years. I started just before my older son was born, and I am at Stacie Rabbit Jewelry on both Facebook, Instagram, and working on a YouTube channel. I actually just recently posted an unboxing of the beads that we're going to be showing today.
All right.
And blue. So if you see my page, there's a lot of blue there. So you've been warned.
Colleen, tell us about yourself. I mean, everybody knows Colleen too, right?
I don't know if everybody knows, but that's just me. Just hanging out, helping my friends, doing stuff, you know.
Tell us a little bit about yourself before we take you away and we dive into this magical mystery bead box.
I mean, what do you want to know? I like long walks on the beach. I like cocktails after sunset. I mean, I'm kidding.
And you have a YouTube channel too, so you're going to be dropping some links.
I do. Yes. I do. Yeah. And I love everybody that subscribed. I feel weird dropping my own links, but that's okay.
You got to do it.
All kinds of beautiful jewelry.
Oh my
I'm like
God.
the most awkward person ever.
Not at all. Not at all. And I'm seeing a lot of love for Colleen in the chat. Yes. Lori says, we love Colleen. Can I show this?
You.
Aw.
Oh, Lori.
Very well deserved.
Yes.
She's biased.
Lori is absolutely amazing. I see Pauline joined.
Yeah.
Pauline.
Hello.
Hello. There's Pauline.
Hi, Pauline.
And Ronnie joined.
Oh,
hello.
wow.
Oh my goodness. We've got lots of people joining. We have Kim here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh,
hey, Kim.
What advice can you give for a 35 years plus of making jewelry who wants to start her own YouTube channel?
Good question.
Wow, that is an amazing question.
Yeah.
And I will tell you how I started my channel. One of the things that motivated me to start a channel was I wanted to become a Jessie James Beads ambassador. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did. That was like my sole purpose. I kid you not. And Also too, if you know the Tapping Flamingo, Terry Jeanette, she actually was the one that said, you need to post a video. And that's how I got started. Now, if you go back and look at my very first video, it kind of stinks. I mean, it's not very good. I don't have right lighting. I don't have, I still don't. I'm still struggling with trying to figure it out.
Me
but,
too.
You can always record, Kim, you can record a video. You can post it on Facebook, on YouTube as a private. You can share that link. And if you ever want to share a video that you have prepared, you can, by any means, go ahead and just message me. Tell me what it is, and you can make it private to where just I can see it. I do that for my granddaughter. She played soccer this last year, and I created a video and I shared it out with family, but not on YouTube. And so you can do that, and we're here to help. We'll do it, right?
You're amazing. You're so amazing, my love.
I was going to say too, another good way to start is actually with the YouTube shorts. I think that's a good way to start. They're 15, 30 seconds or something like that. And, just make something short. Yeah. Just to kind of get your feet wet. That's how I started.
Exactly. Yep. That's my advice too. Like I started out with just doing some unboxings just to kind of get my feet wet, learn camera angles, learn lighting, and just kind of like getting myself out there. And I will say, with every video, as you guys probably know, they just get easier as they go.
Yeah. Yeah. They do. Except like yesterday, I recorded the unboxing because I just opened this box yesterday.
Yeah.
And it's sat here since I unboxed it. And I recorded, and I got a phone call in the middle of recording, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, it'll just go to voicemail, right? Then I kept on going. It corrupted my video. So my unboxing is just on my phone, and it will not go into iMovie. I know. I'm pretty upset about it, but all right. So let's dive into this box, right?
Yeah.
So let's, Colleen, say bye, but she'll be here on the background.
See you soon.
Okay, so we have this gorgeous box, and do you want to unbox, Stacie, or do you want me to just go a little bit over what I have?
Why don't you go over what you've got?
Okay, and then do you want to start preparing on the background?
Yeah, I actually have a few things prepared because I had an idea and I wanted to make sure it worked before I resulted in public humiliation. So.
Okay, so I will publicly humiliate myself, but that's okay.
No, it's
everybody
good thing
here
I tried because I ran into a snag, so
was
able to figure it out.
Okay, so will you share that snag and what you did? Perfect. Okay, all right. I'm going to solo lay out my little workstation here, and what we are working with today is the Love Potion number 9. This is the February 2025 Magical Mystery Bead Box. I love this Magical Mystery Bead Box. Tell me in the comments if you are a subscriber. Hi, Cynthia. I see Cynthia joined. Tell me if you're a subscriber. And if you're not, Colleen just dropped a link. The link is a link to the actual subscription box, their page. Colleen's going to be dropping links to our Instagram pages, our YouTube. Well, you're on my YouTube channel, but to like Stacie's YouTube channel, Colleen's YouTube channel, Jesse James. I don't think I put in Jesse James Bead's YouTube channel. I'll try and find that. But while I'm in the background, Cynthia is a subscriber. Yes, of course. All right. And you get this gorgeous card every month. And I love the graphics. You get a scan code. And I know, Stacie, you've been part of this code. I've been part of this code where we have created like 2 to 3 simple projects just to help get you started. Because as you can see, you get a lot of stuff. You get a lot. And so sometimes it's a little overwhelming because you get so much good stuff and you don't know where to start. And that's what this code does. It gives you some inspiration. Also, too, they provide you with what all the contents in the box is, as well as this month. Wow. Jesse James Beads has a design challenge. and you're going to show off what you make using the Love Potion #9 box for a chance to win a $50 gift card. You have to post in the Jessie James Beads Secret Stash group on Facebook. It's a private group, so you'll join. And Kim is a subscriber, of course. And I see Beck. Is Becky here somewhere? Hi, Becky. And so if you post your design by March 1st, Jessie James Beads will be selecting a winner for that. So this is just incredible. And I've been a subscriber. I was telling the girls in the green room that I've been a subscriber since July of 21. I was just exposed to Jessie James Beads that February, I think, and then figured out, oh, I could be a subscriber. And so I've been subscribed since then. I have an annual subscription, and so I pay once and I'm done for the whole year. And that is where the monthly breakdown is the least. It's $39.96 for 12 months each month. But like I said, you pay once and you're done. You could pay as you go for $49.95, which is still an incredible deal for what you get, as well as a 3-month subscription and 6-month subscription. And the 3-month is $44.96 and the 6 months is $42.46. Now, if you want to subscribe for the March box, to start your subscription for the March box, you need to do that before March 1st. All right. We have tons of stuff in this box, and you can see we have bead mixes. We have a couple of different chains. This one here is the intertwined chain, and it is absolutely incredible. The links are open, so you don't have to bust into any of your links. So thank you, Jessie James Beads, for doing that, so we don't have to cut into the chain. Love it. And this is a pretty long length. I can get this over my head if I add like a jump ring to it. So you can make an over the head if you want to. I'm probably going to make a short necklace, and I want to use this in a bracelet. So that's probably what I'm going to do with that. Like I said, I just opened it last night. And so I'm kind of seeing it for the first time-ish. But then we also have a metal set, and these are incredible. You get two pairs of ear posts with loops, with hoops. And then look at these hammered links. You get a round one, you get 2 round ones in silver, and then you get the oval in gold. You get 2 of the ovals in gold. And again, we're just gonna put that off to the side. What I love is this pendant too. I want to work with this pendant. You get 2 of them. Look at all the sparkle in those.
Yeah, those are pretty.
Yeah, so I want to make a necklace using this. But again, they're light enough even to make some big chunk-a-monk earrings too. And then speaking of chunk-a-monk, we get this gorgeous pendant that I want to use as well, that is front drilled. So pretty. And the strands. You guys know how I feel about strands from Jessie James Beads. I don't like to cut into them. I don't if I don't have to, but I feel like I have to for this because they are just absolutely so beautiful. And I love the big boho bead in the middle. And this strand is just absolutely incredible. And then they outdid themselves with this strand as well, with the sweet hearts. And look at those beads. These metal beads here look super cool. They look like a flattened silver jelly bean. And they're just so cute. And then we have another chain. We have a heart links chain that my little granddaughter, we have our granddaughter this weekend, and she wants a bracelet with this chain.
I love their enamel chain.
I love their enamel chain. And also too, what I want to show is if you want to use a piece of the chain, like as a dangle, I will show how I cut off the link and then file it down to where that's a good ending. And so I've done that with other link chains as well. So we're going to do that, hopefully. I mean, I'm babbling on and we only have an hour. So I'm going to stop babbling. And again, we have all these Rain has put her mark on this one. She wants this bead mix.
I've had fun with that one.
All right. Well, let's see what your fun is. Let's go ahead and I will make Stacie the solo layout. Let's remove me. And we'll bring back Stacie. We're going to go to her overhead. Oh my goodness.
Trying to get focus there. There we go. So I actually have made 3 things. One's coming out tomorrow. I have a collaboration reel with Jessie James Beads, so I'm going to keep that one a secret for the time being. But yeah, I did use that giant pendant with some of the O-shaped rings and made a necklace. I can see if I can pull that up. I actually decided I was going to wire wrap that one.
Yes, you did. That looks good.
Thanks. Yeah, so, and then I've got that chain.
Such a beautiful
finish
chain.
off the length, and I'll move that aside, and I just knocked these. I had a reel with these too, and I just knocked them around. But these, so those were from the mix that Rain liked. I'm forgetting what the name of it is. Where did I even put that one? Oh, it's right here in front of me.
It's
the Souls Intertwined. So that's where those really cool red octagon crystals came from. And then just made some charms. And I don't think that you sheared these, but Dream did.
No.
These are actually cool. It's a bunch of like hearts of all different kind of like Italian glass looking pieces. And then there's some other silver ones and gold ones in there as well. So those are the 2 things that I did. And then I can show you what I've been up to. This is where I decided to test this out. It was good that I did because I made a misstep. So I decided I wanted to bead around wire wrap the
yeah.
So this is what I've got. And I can show you how I did it in just a minute.
Yes.
Where I had the misstep, and I'll show you, is I ended up on the wrong side. A little hard to see when I put this little loop on here. And I got about halfway around before I realized that they were being wrapped the opposite direction and had to unwind all of that. But fortunately, my wire held up.
Yes.
Otherwise, I was going to end up redoing the whole thing. So, good thing I tested it out.
Yes.
I mean, I can show what I did.
Yes, that would be great.
We can move to you. So I have, I don't know, maybe about 18 inches. And this is just 26 gauge wire, and it's craft wire. And that's usually what I use for wrapping something like this. You can also use German style wire. I don't really notice a difference in this application, which is funny because I'm usually very pro German style wire. So I just start up near the top where the earring comes in and just leave a little bit of a tail and just pull it through. And it's a little, you'll probably see me hitting the camera and other things. It's a little fussy the first couple times through. And so I'm going to go through 3 times. That's 1, 2, 3, and then come up. And then usually when I first start, you can tell they're not like nice and all together. So I just pinch them together with the chain nose pliers. And then I just move this back piece back here so it's not poking me. So that's basically how you get it started. It will slide around here for a little bit. So you just have to keep an eye on it and send it back over there, occasionally. And so I started with the light blue. So it was I took them out. Now I don't know what it was. Was it the Love Potion number 9 mix that had all of these little crystals in it?
Let's see.
I threw mine in a bag because I had dumped them all out.
Yes, that was the Love Potion number 9.
Yeah. So Love Potion number 9 came with all of these super cool crystal and glass beads and all of these really great spring colors. Looked almost like an Easter egg hunt to me. But I pulled out, I'll move them over here. I pulled out the light blue and these teal colored ones to make this earring. And so let me get my earring back. So what I'm going to do is really just thread on after I made, so let me take a step back. So I got the wire on, I made 3 wraps. I'm facing, my wire's on top and facing away from me. And I am just going to put the bead on here and bring it all the way down. Wire's caught on the phone, caught on my shirt. Okay, it's so much easier to work with shorter wire, but in this particular instance, it actually is better to work with a longer piece of wire because this is not like the best thing to add wire onto. So
Cynthia, I believe she said it was 26 gauge craft wire.
It is 26 gauge craft wire, and it's a silver, but you can, if you wanted to go with the gold, you could do it in gold. The other thing is you can use 24 gauge for this, either in craft or German style, and you can use 26 gauge German either. So I just hold my bead in place and pull my wire down and through the loop, and then bring it back up. So you kind of want your bead standing on the edge there. And then I'm going to leave, let me double check what I did. Even though I just did this today. I put 3 wraps in between each of the beads, and that seemed
to work
okay.
Yeah,
you don't want them on top of each other.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one.
And then you give it a little bit of room too before you bring the bead down. Is that correct? So that the holes are kind of, so the holes of the beads are, let's see, what'd you do? Oh, that is so pretty. Sorry, because I'm on
that direction.
That is so pretty. Yes. Oh, I love it.
So that's 2. If I stop counting, we're going to end up with a problem.
Okay, sorry.
3. Sometimes you get a little tangled here. And then if your wrapped loops don't look great, I mean, you can just come in. And
yeah.
And you can see too, like I've slid a little bit, so I just shove it over. But at this point, you can see it's not moving around much anymore.
Oh yeah.
Kind of in place.
Awesome.
So
I love it.
I'm going to pick up a teal bead and put that on my wire and slide it down.
Oh, so pretty.
And so you can see that gives enough space in between the 2 beads. I mean, you probably could go with 2 or something too, but this worked out pretty well in terms of spacing as well. So I just kind of hold it there fairly upright. Try and get them at a similar angle, but they're not going to be perfect and it'll look just fine. And then just bring it through.
You know, good old Kelly Sutton from Kelly's Bead Boutique says, if someone is standing close enough to notice, they're standing too close.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's handmade. The machine didn't do it, so it's not going to be absolutely perfect and identical on every single one. And the other thing I'll do is I'll kind of try and straighten out my wire some periodically.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to get kinks in it. And if we do get a kink, you want to not pull those, but try and gently undo them. So I've got 2 beads on there. I can keep going, Jen, or I can get down to the bottom part on my own and you could start something and then I can come in and show folks how I put the little loop in there and what not to do.
Absolutely, because I'm almost done with my little pair of earrings.
Okay, let's switch to you then, my friend.
So let's switch over. And by next time, I will have Colleen as like the super duper even behind the scenes for the live. I can see her in the background. She's throwing her hand going, oh shucks, oh shucks. But I'm going to have her to where she can show off the comments like this one here. What gauge wire? And that's when I said the
26.
26.
That's my preference.
Then I'm scrolling through. Oh my goodness! Look who was here.
Hello. Hi,
yes. Okay, so she had to run. Okay, so Sarah was texting earlier, and she said she was going to be traveling. So happy that she was able to join for a bit. And yes, so thank you so much, Sarah, for joining. So when I saw these links, the first thing I thought of was a big giant earring. And so that's what I did.
Those
and
are cute.
I love using the two jump ring look. I just think it's kind of cute. And these jump rings I got from Jessie James Beads. These are, I think they're Beadalon, and I feel like they're 8mm. Let me look here. They are, I feel like they're 8mm. I'm looking. Yes, they're 8mm. And I'm not sure if Jessie James Beads has them still or not, but I grabbed a couple of packs back in the day and have those. And so what I did was I just attached two to the, and I put the round on the bottom. Then I attached it to the oval. And when I attached it to the oval, I made a couple more links because my ear wire wouldn't go, the orientation wouldn't be right. And so then I added just a smaller one and then added an ear wire that I had in my stash. So that is where I'm at now for this piece. I'm going to add my ear wire, and then I'm actually going to cut into a bead strand. So it's perfect timing that Stacie is doing that on her own, because I want it on record that I do.
She wants witnesses.
I want witnesses. And my whole thing is, if I don't, if you don't want to cut into one of your Jessie James Beads strand, then we just buy two, right? That's the solution. All right, so here are those earrings, and I'm really kind of digging them a lot. So I'm gonna see if I can get them put on. So for the ending, I'll have to get those put on for the ending. But all right. So what do I want to do? I want to have this guy because I want to make a necklace with one of these guys. This is the first date pendant, and there's a loop on the top and a loop on the bottom, and it's just full of sparkles. Now, I have a friend, Vicki Lewick, and she is a fellow designer as well, but we also, our day jobs are in the same field. And so when I saw this, I thought, she makes lanyards, and she's an incredible, amazing designer. And I was looking for, I have an old bead strand. It's a vintage bead strand. And she found it in her stash and shared it with me. And I have it somewhere because I'm never going to bust into it. But I was thinking of a lanyard for her that she can use this as a lanyard. But I'm going to use it as a center focal piece. And then I'm going to cut into this strand here because I think I want this chunk of monk here on top, and maybe one of these little guys on the bottom. We'll see. Oh, we're not sure, but we're going to cut into it. And I'm going to do this right now. Okay, everybody. Oh my goodness, I just cut it into a strand. Wow. It feels kind of amazing. It does feel kind of amazing. And this bead strand, of course, too, comes with, I love these. I think Maria calls them sheriff's badges, and I always call them flywheels. So we have some of those, and oh, I love their crystal rondelle spacers.
I call them snowflakes. That's what they look like to me.
Oh, I love it. See, I love all these little different things that we can all come up with. All right, so those are going to go off to the side. I think I want to use this little guy. I wanted to use this one too, but I'm looking at it and I'm kind of digging the purple in it. Because even though I cut into the strand, I'm not going to use all of it, right? I would love to use everything in the box. Wouldn't that be a great challenge? to
I've
use.
come really close once or twice.
I did once, and it was very early on, and I just remember, and I think it was during a live with Sarah actually, and I think she was just really happy that we were able to use it all. I am going to make my own knotted head pin, and here's why. Look at the size of the hole there. Now I could probably find another bead. There's beads in here. There's beads in here. There's little tiny beads, and I could probably do that as well. But I like knotted head pins. Who else likes knotted head pins?
Me.
I just love them. So I'm going to go ahead and make one up now.
And I like doing them in gold because then all of your wire can be the same.
Yes.
Because some's kind of orange, sometimes it's kind of yellow, some's more like brassy looking.
And what she's talking about is I have 3 different gauges of the same craft wire from Softlex. And again, you look and they're a little, the tone is just a little different.
Especially between brands, you get different. And then like if you're going to put ear wires on there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I cut probably about 3.5 inches, and I'm using 22 gauge, and this is craft wire. This is from Softlex. And then I'm going to grab my round nose pliers, and these round nose pliers. So people have started asking me about my tools, and these are round nose pliers from Softlex. I have other ones very similar to this that have a longer barrel, and I just found that it was just easier to work with these, and also to the handle. I have large hands, and so it's just really nice to use those. And so I really love them. I don't know if they still have them on their website. I've had them for a while.
I have the same ones.
And then my cutters. So Kelly Sutton had cutters, and I loved them because the point was real. It was a real fine point, and she could just really dig in and get to a good precise cut. And they were actually Softlex company too. However, though, they didn't have them. So I found these are Tronics. They were very pricey when I got them. However, I've had these since May of 2020, and they have not dulled one bit yet. And I use them all the time. I do have chain nose pliers. These are Sparkle. I think these are Beadle-On. I think they're Beadle-On.
Yeah.
And then my bent nose pliers. These are Zurons. I have those. And then I use, when I'm using beading wire, I have Magical crimpers. And I did a video on the Magical crimper on how to use them, and got a very good response from that. And I was really happy. And then it was like, oh, what beading wire were you using? Oh man, I left out some really key components in my video. So I'll do another video too. And then whenever I use them, I will, I'll try to go into some detail when I use the Magical crimpers. Also going to be using some nylon jaw pliers. I do not know where I got these because I've had them also too since 2020. All right, so let's make the knotted head pin.
Those look like Beadle-On ones. They have the same ones, but they're not.
Are they? Okay.
Mine look the same.
Okay. So these are Beadle-On. If they're not, they look exactly like them. So I'm going to make my knotted head pin by just putting the very end of my flush cut side and just turn around at the very tippy tip 2 times until I see the end again. And then while you have your little coil still in your round nose pliers, just bend that up. It just helps out quite a bit. Then remove, and then take that end, insert in through the whole entire coil, grab your chain nose pliers, and then your nylon jaw pliers, and then just pull. Now I'm going to finish pulling off the side because sometimes I slip and then everything goes flying. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll come back and show you a little something else that I do. So I just pulled it really tight. And what I do, and I don't know if it makes a difference, but I always just flatten it out too, just in case there's a little pokey or something, and I feel like it just flattens out. a little bit. And now I'm done with that. And I'm going to add this here and hope it's probably going to go through. Oh no. Oh no, it didn't. Okay. So I probably could have gone maybe 3 wraps on my coil. And then I want to add a little bit of a bead there. Let's add a little bead.
And after you do this, I'm at the point where I can show you how I make that loop.
Okay.
And then we can go back to you.
Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of a bead cap. I love their bead caps too. Who else loves the JJB bead caps? Love them. All right. So let's go back. Oh, do you want me to finish this part and then come to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to add a bead cap and I'm going to do this face up like that so it can sit nested inside that area. Add my little bead. Come in, and since I don't want a long neck, so I'm going to, and it's 22 gauge, so I'm going to be at the tippy tip. Come in with my round nose pliers and do that, push it to the back. And before I start wrapping, I am going to connect it to my link. Oh, is this open link? I wonder if it's an open link. Then while I have that on there, make sure I close that up and then tuck in where the wires are not crossing. And I am going to start wrapping. And I try to wrap 3 times around. That's usually what I do. And you can also if you want to have a bulky wrap, then go back up as well. So I'm just going to go here, and I wasted a bunch, but I can probably still use that for something else. Then I come in because I got that little tail there sticking out. And I am going to tuck that in. There's the first part. And then I will change over to Stacie because I think I just heard the Amazon guy and I have a bunch of gift cards that were probably just dropped on my porch. And I want to grab them. And so I will not go any further, you guys, but I will, let's exit layout. Let's go to Stacie.
Okay. So what I did was added on 5 beads, and then I made 6 wraps of the wire around the frame. And you can see I'm pretty much directly below where the earring post is. And so to make a loop, I'll show you what we're going to do on this one. So I put a loop in here just to add the dangle. And I think I may have learned this from Danielle Wicks, but not 100% sure, is I just come in with my round nose pliers and put it right up against the frame and just bend it down to make a loop.
Okay, so that's what I do, and I wonder if it was Danielle.
Okay, so what I did the first time that caused the problem, see how my wire's coming down the back? So it stays in the same order because I'm going front to back. Well, my wire ended up somehow on the front. So I was wrapping the opposite direction. And then it looked like this as I was coming up the other side. So I had to unwrap that and undo it. So what we're going to do is just do the same thing here in reverse. So now that we have our loop, we're going to make 6 wraps here. This is kind of tilting. We can straighten that out when we're done. That and like this wire sat a little bit, so it's a little stiffer. So I just run my hand on it if it gets stiff. And these are not wrapping well, so I'll just come in with the chain nose pliers and make them behave themselves when we're done. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, and then come up. Oops, wire hits camera. And so I am just going to squeeze those back over and just kind of tighten those in. And that loop is a little crooked, so I'm just going to straighten it out. So that's all you need to do. I think, Jen, you said be the boss of the wire. So I'm being the boss of the wire today.
Awesome. Another little tip I learned from Kelly.
Okay. So thank you, Kelly, for sending that one my way on behalf of Jen. So I'm just going to do the same thing. So I'm going to start again with the light blue, put that on there, hold it against the frame, send my wire around the back, through the frame, and then back up. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to keep going. So Jen, if you want to go ahead, you can. We can switch back to you.
My little pendant.
Yeah, I'm going to just put 4 more beads on, and then to finish it, I don't even know that we need to come back. I'll just make like 3 or 4 loops at the end to finish it off and cut it off. Yeah. What was that?
We'll come back.
Okay, I'll let you know when I'm there.
We'll come back. Yeah. All right. Let me move the ruler from my lap. Okay. Oh, I accidentally clicked on this. So Colleen shared where you can buy the Softflex craft wire. Thank you, Colleen. I didn't have that link for you. She's so amazing. She's on the background. She's smiling right now.
She's amazing.
She's incredible. She's like the queen of it. She's the master moderator.
She is.
I mean, she's just, yeah, she's got her hands in her face right now. She's just laughing and she's just the master. All right. So what I did too was I'm going to work on a bracelet too today. So we're going to finish off this pendant, and I am likely going to bring in some paperclip chain. This is from Jessie James Beads. Not in the box, but you can, I'm going to, apparently I love it. I bought several meters of it. I do. I'm probably going to put this on with some paperclip chain. Also too, what you can do is you can actually, when we get this finished off, you can actually have a large enough loop that if you have a front clip, like a front lobster claw or something, and you can interchange your pendants too. That'd be kind of cool. All right, so we're going to bust out our 22 gauge again. And Jody's here. Hello, Jody. And I see Nancy. Nancy, hello. I haven't been able to watch all of the comments because when Stacie was presenting, I was watching her. I'm sitting there watching her and I'm thinking, oh, I'm not getting anything done here either. So here we go. All right. I do that. I start watching and I get sidetracked. Okay, so I'm going to come down. We're going to make wire wrapped loops on each side, on the top and the bottom. And so we'll go ahead and do that. I'm going to come in, give it a little bit of a bend, come in with my round nose pliers, form over the loop, push to the back, get that all nice and centered. You can open it up with your fingers. I also try to open it up with my chain nose pliers just so that I don't distort the loop. And then I just close it back up.
You mean you're not going to do a Nile? Doesn't he open all kinds of stuff with his nails? I watched him do that. I'm like in awe.
He opens jump rings and
I've seen him do it. I'm like in awe. I'm like, I want to be that when I grow up.
Me too. I do it once and I get that I'm a jewelry designer slit in my thumbs from tug testing and all that. Yeah. All right. Which Nile has a live today. I think it's 2 p.m. Pacific, or is it 1 p.m. Pacific? I can't remember. I think it's like the same time that we would go. And so then we changed it. We changed ours.
And I think it was 1.
Is it 1? Because that's what ours, yeah, that's what ours was. All right. So I did my 3 wraps. And then I don't know if it's going to, we'll see if it's going to go over it. But I leave my little, I don't trim off right away most of the time and then tuck it in because I end up tucking in the tail and the tail ends up going straight up and down. So I just wait. Okay, so we've got that. And then I am going to make my wire wrap loop this way. This is where like having a bulky wrap. So we might just do a bulky wrap at the bottom. We'll see. Just so that the bead doesn't fall through the wire wraps. Because when you're using 22 gauge, it's a little thinner than the 20 gauge. And since I wanted to make my knotted head pin, I used the 22 gauge. All right, so then I'm just going to start that off so that I can get a little bit closer there. And come in. You can use your fingers too, but Jen put lotion on right before joining. I don't know why I did that. I put lotion on right before joining the live, and it probably slip out of my fingers. Okay, then I'm going to come around in the back again with my cutters. Add my bit chain nose pliers there so that I could tuck that in so there's no sticky outies. And I have a feeling it's going to go straight through. So also too, what you can do, see, we still have it attached, is I can do a couple of more wraps just here at the base on top of that same loop, and it'll bulk up just that wrap that's above or just right at the bait at the bead. So we're going to just do that, continue wrapping around, and then you kind of use your wire as a bead cap sort of ish. And I want to end on the back, so there's the back. And come in with my cutter. Make sure you don't cut your loop on accident. And then I'm going to do this and then just tidy that up a little bit and make sure it's not poking out. But now I have a little bit of a semi bulky wrap down at the bottom, but my bead is not going to fall through. Have some scraps. So now I have a nice little start here to a good pendant. And like I said, when I post the picture, because I'll post the pictures on Instagram and in Jessie James Beads Secret Stash, I will include having that attached to the necklace. But oh my goodness, I love it. That sparkle is so pretty.
It is.
Then what I'm going to do with this, because we're probably going to go back to Stacie, is I am going to start making a bunch of little baubles. And I'm going to attach them directly to the bracelet. So I'm probably going to either make a bunch of knotted head pins, or I have some head pins, and I believe they are, I want to think they are they're beadle-on ones that I got from Jessie James Beads. So if you're seeing the common theme here, Jessie James Beads is pretty much a one-stop shop. All right, and I know they're beadle-on because of the little packaging. So I'm going to make a bunch of baubles there using these. Oh, and also too, in this little, this is the Love Potion number 9, and that's what Stacie used too. And so you can also dive into this gorgeous bead mix here too. Probably going to make a necklace with that. But also included, look at these little charms. Are those not the cutest?
Yeah, those were cute.
And they have like splattered gold coloring within them. And they're just, I don't know, they're just beautiful, pretty. But I am going to just make a bunch of baubles here and do that. So I'm going to bring out all of my beads here. And then in here, there's actually little silver hearts too. So this one here has a bunch of hearts. So we'll probably bring in some hearts too. Isn't that pretty? And you can mix metal. You don't have to just use silver with silver. You can use some gold too. So I might throw in some gold. How's that?
Whenever you're ready, I can show to do the charm. I actually was on autopilot and finished it.
Oh
After I finished it, I was like, oh yeah, I was not going to do that. So after I cut it off, I was like, oh, too late.
Well, we will check it out now. And then I'm going to look. I think I see, I do. Linda is tuning in She is from Australia, so thank you, thank you. And Nancy subscribed to her to Colleen's channel. Yes.
So I just got to the end and I just did about 4 loops here, and then cut the wire on the back and flattened it down so there was nothing sticking out.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And then I can show how to make the charm. I decided I was doing this today. I was between this and knotted head pin, so I'm glad I went with the little spiral instead of the knotted head pin, because you were in knotted head pin mode. But there's some similarity. Let me look at the wire and make sure I'm using the end. So always start with a flush cut end. And I'm a little different. I like the Zeron cutters.
Oh.
I've had good luck with them.
Yeah.
Lena Gillespie got me onto them, and I have a smaller pair too, but I actually use those. So to make a spiral, you'll want to start kind of the same way. So I have 22 gauge wire as well, and I have it in between the 2 jaws of my round nose pliers. And you're going to wrap it around the end, like, I don't know, 3/4 of the way. So not completely close it. And I got this trick from Gem Hawks, and I don't know exactly why it works, but it ends up with a better circle. So you just come in, I'm just doing, sorry, with the jade nose pliers. And I think these are the ergonomic ones from Beadalon. And you're just gonna guide it around to close that. And you're just going to keep holding it and gently pushing it against it. And sometimes if you warm the wire, if it's not moving as seamlessly as you would like, and you're going to just want to go slow. I just do this. But for whatever reason, if you don't close it all the way and then close it, you get a much rounder shape. Otherwise, if you close it all the way on your round nose pliers, it comes out a little bit more oblong.
Great tip.
And I haven't completely figured that one out from a physics standpoint. So I think I need one more time around. Let me see if these are the same size. Nope, it's one bigger. I do need one more. I know, I'm like having so much fun here, winding my way around.
We always do with our Jessie James beads.
No, just with the winding. I'm like, oh, I could do this all day. So I just go and I have 4 circles around. And then I just go back to kind of where the start is. And then you'll just come in and bend it sometimes. I'm going to just flatten it on my desk for a second. Sometimes if it gets a little out of plane, I just squish it on a hard surface. So now it's pretty simple. The trick is to kind of warm the wire and then go slowly too. And I actually find this one easier to do. This is one of the few things that I actually like craft wire for. You can do it with German style wire. It's just more of a battle. I've seen Jem do it. She's amazing though. I find it easier with craft wire. So
yeah, Jem is amazing.
What I did. So basically, I was just going to put some beads on here. And then I just actually put a simple loop on to attach it.
Oh, that works.
You could have done a wrapped loop, but then you'd have to remember to put that on there.
Simple loops for me are not so simple.
I'm just seeing. Okay, so same direction. I get myself very confused sometimes if I want it the same direction or the opposite direction. So for a simple loop, and this thing did this before, it was just kind of a pain in the rear. See this little rhinestone thing just to stay. So folded it at 90 degrees. See, yeah, we have this problem before. I need a third hand. I'll just hold it there. And then I'm just going to come in and cut that. And then I already put my round nose pliers back. So, actually I want that a little bit shorter. I don't want that big of a loop. So come in, grab it with a round nose pliers at the end, and then make a simple loop. And I think it's facing the wrong way, but that's okay. You just straighten it out. Yeah, I want it in the same plane. And then we just find this guy and pop it on.
That is amazing.
I can get it to go without, there we go. It's a little tricky getting in there. There we go. Let me put them down so you can actually see them instead of fiddling in my hand. Maybe I can bring this down.
I did a terrible wire wrap job. I'm going to have, have you ever just done a bad job and you're like, that's just not going to cut it for me?
Yeah, and then
no
you just
one
cut
ever...
it. You just cut it and you go back. I did that the other day. It was so funny. I did a bad wire wrap or something with wire.
Yeah.
And I had my toddler in here, and he's like, "What's wrong, Mom?" I said, "I have a problem." He runs over, grabs my pliers, and he goes, "I fix."
Oh, that's so cute.
It was funny.
Yeah, Rain when she walks back through the door, the first thing she's going to ask for is that bead mix. She doesn't forget. Okay. Oh, those are so pretty. Oh my goodness. You've outdone yourself, my friend.
Thank you.
That looks amazing.
Do you want to pop back and see your terms? We've got just 3 minutes left.
Well, let's bring everybody back in.
Hi, Colleen.
We're going to bring everybody back in. So I'm going to solo lay out mine just real fast. And all I'm doing right now is I'm just creating I'm starting with the center link in this chain. And I'm just attaching the little bobbles straight to the chain. And the chain, they do have open links, but I'm just going ahead and wire wrapping it on so that I'm not opening up and closing up the links. And this is the one that I'm redoing because it was really ugly and I was not happy with it. So what I'm doing is in the center, I'm going to do these these little frosted beads in the center. Then I'm going to start doing maybe a little something longer with the chunky and just kind of introduce different little beads. And at the end, I want to put a couple of hearts on the end, because then what I'll do is I'll attach a lobster clasp over here, and then you can connect directly to these 3 links on the side. I might take one of these links off and add it over here to give it even more of an extension. And then I will add some more little baubles over on this side too. So that's what I will be planning on doing once we're done.
That's cute.
Yes.
It's real cute. Real cute.
Yeah. Perfect. So I have my pendant so far. Stacie has a whole necklace and pair of earrings. Oh, I guess I did have a pair of earrings. I had these with the links.
Yeah, those are cute.
So I do have a finished project. And what we will be doing is, and if you were late to the party here, be sure to go back and watch the beginning. We were talking about what we were working with, and Sarah James over at Jessie James Beads and her team were graciously enough to send us the February box to work with this month during our live. And thank you again. I know she had to jump off, but thank you again, Sarah, for always being such a huge supporter for your designers on this amazing team that we have. I think I see Deb. Hi, Deb. Deb is in the group too. And she's also an extremely talented designer for Jessie James Beads as well. So this is what we're talking about here. Be sure to jump on over to the Jessie James Beads Secret Stash group. It's a private group that you join, and you can see all the funness that we're going to be making all month long, because I don't know, I feel like I need to do another live, Stacie, for all this stuff. So we might have a little impromptu between now and the next live, which will be in March. And I think we said we were good. Okay. So we'll do that. And I remember us saying that we were going to try and have our date to announce during our live, and we didn't do that before we started, because we started. Yeah. But we tried to have our lives like either the last weekend or just the weekend before the last weekend, because if Jessie James Beads has something new that they're going to be releasing, we can showcase those. And so we try to also give Jessie James Beads a chance to send us some of their gorgeousness. All right. So thank you, Liz. Thank you, Liz. And Colleen did add the Facebook group. That is the Facebook group for Secret Stash. And you can, there's just so much going on over there, and you can see some incredible designs. And we're not done. As you can see, we just barely dabbled into this box in an hour. So we're not done. You will see more. You guys got to see me actually physically cut a strand. I did. I cut a strand.
Yeah. You did. I saw it.
You might have to cut that and turn it into a reel.
I know.
I love that.
Jennifer cutting into a strand.
No.
So thank you guys, everyone, for being here in the chat. I appreciate you guys so much. Stacie, again, tell us where we can find you.
So I am at Stacie Rabbit on both YouTube and Instagram, and I'm Stacie Rabbit Jewelry Designs on Facebook.
And Colleen, our master moderator, where can we find you besides behind the scenes? And I secretly brought you into the front.
I'm on YouTube.
Yes.
You know. Yeah. Behind the scenes, hanging out with Danielle, hanging out with you. I have a live, my first live coming up, making jewelry with the Homestrung Jewelry on their YouTube page on next Saturday at noon. Yeah, it's my first time making live. I'm super excited. I'm nervous, but.
Oh my goodness. Will you please drop a link to their channel so that we can all get subscribed? Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes. And then also too, I sent both Stacie and Colleen goodie boxes.
You give me a little
different. Stacie's goodie box was included like bath salts and bath soaks and just a bunch of just self-care face masks. And I think I threw in some soaps for you, and then threw in some pen blanks because we did use silicone beads. And I think our last live or the live before from Jessie James Beads. And then Colleen, I went through my little secret stash and sent her some leftovers from bead boxes. And one of the strands, so Little Miss Rain is the one that packed it all. This strand here, Rain will not part with because of the mermaid bead, but
I can't blame her.
I know. We'll try, but you will also find Colleen. She's going to be taking some of those mixes that I sent to her, and she will be doing some fun designing on her YouTube channel as well. So if you're not already subscribed, jump on over there. And what else? I guess we'll see everybody next month, or we might do another live in between. Yes.
Well,
sounds
probably be next month.
Jody.
All right. So Jennifer, it's girl bead math. Yes. Yes. Totally agree. All right. So thank you guys, everyone, for joining. I went a little bit over, but yes. And for those of you that joined late, go back to the beginning because we have a little bit of fun, little chit chat at the beginning, a little bit of chit chat.
Sure.
And then also too, all the funness that's coming up with Jessie James Beads with their design challenge. Again, if you're not a subscriber for their Magical Mystery Bead Box that we worked with today, you can get in on the March Magical Mystery Bead Box if you subscribe before March 1st. So that was it, you guys. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.